Jai Shri Gurudev. Good morning to everyone, students. Welcome to chemistry class. In the previous class, we have studied Born-Haber cycle. In this class, we are going to study bond parameters. The band parameters are bond length, bond angle, bond order and bond enthalpy. These are the bond parameters. Now we are studied one by one. Now take the first one is bond length. Bond length is defined as the average equilibrium distance between nuclei of an atom in a molecule is called bond length. That is the average equilibrium distance between nuclei of two atoms in a molecule of a compound or in a molecule is called bond length. So observe, you know the word bond length and now meaning. Already you learned many times bond length word. It means if you are taking two atoms in a molecule or in an element. So let's take two atoms. This is one atom. Then the second one is bonded with this one. Totally these two we called as molecule, right? When two atoms combine together, get a molecule or element. Now here the center of an atom is there is a nucleus, and here also there is nucleus. Now the distance between the nuclei of an atom to the outermost shell. This is outermost shell. This is called radius. That is called, let's take R1 for this atom. Similarly, from here to here, that is the center of the nucleus of an atom to the outermost shell. This is called radius, right? If you are taking this is in a circle, we call radius. Similarly, this is an atom. Inside that atom there is a nucleus. From the center of the nucleus to the outermost shell, we call radius. Let's take R2. Now, the bond length is defined as the average equilibrium. This is the average equilibrium distance between the nuclei of two atoms. In a molecule. This is called bond length. Now the bond length is nothing but R1 plus R2. Totally this is called as bond length. That indicates that take N. This is called bond length. Okay. Now this bond length in any covalent molecules or in homodiatomic molecules. In homodiatomic molecules, the bond length is same for homonuclear atomic molecules. For example, take hydrogen molecule H2. So this is hydrogen molecule. Here there is two atoms. Let's take this is atom 1 hydrogen atom. This is hydrogen atom 2. Now the bond length between the two identical atoms, that is homonuclear diatomic molecule, this is 0.74 angstroms. In hydrogen molecules, the bond length, this one is 0.74 angstrom. It means 74 picometers. Pico means 10 power minus 12 meters. That is 74 into 10 power minus 12 meters. Now the one atom bond length, this is total bond length. Now if you take this one, means one atom divided by 2, that is after dividing these two you get 37 picometer. This is the radii of each atom, that is covalent radii. So bond length is nothing but the covalent radii of two atoms if both are identical or homonuclear diatomic molecules. Similarly, if you take one more example, that is take carbon C2. In this carbon molecule, the bond length is 154 picometers. If you take two carbon atoms, this is carbon atom 1 and carbon atom 2, the bond length from center of the nuclei to neighboring carbon molecule center of the nuclei. This is called as 154 picometer bond length. Now one atom radius is divided by 2, right? So we get 77 picometer for this one. Carbon atom, it means this much radius. This is called bond length in homonuclear diatomic molecules. Homo means two same atoms. Here C2, same means two atoms are repeated. Here also two hydrogen atoms. So these two are example for homonuclear diatomic molecule. In this case, the bond length is same as the atomic radii or atomic covalent radii of two atoms. Now if we go in the case of heteronuclear diatomic molecule, heteronuclear means two different atoms. Now let's take one hydrogen and one carbon. So if you take one hydrogen and one carbon, let's take this is only. So one hydrogen and one carbon means C bond H. Now we have to know the bond length between carbon and hydrogen. Let's take one carbon atom. This is one carbon atom and hydrogen is smallish one, right? So take the second one is hydrogen. Its atomic number is 1, so its size is small. Now what is the bond radii of hydrogen atom? This is the radii, right? 37 picometer, this much. Total we call 0.74 or 74 picometer. So this is how much? 37 picometer. Understand? So similarly for carbon, the bond radii is 77 picometer. So this from here to center of the nucleus to radius 77 picometers. Now the total bond length of carbon and hydrogen is the sum of the atomic radii of two different atoms. That is sum is nothing but 77 plus 37 picometer. That is equal to how much you get? 7714 plus 114 picometers. Okay, here the atomic radii of these two atoms is 114 picometer. Actually the bond length of this CH is 100 picometer, which is less than 114 picometers. Means from calculated one. Theoretical 100 picometers irutte, calculated ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ 114 picometer ಬರುತ್ತೆ. It means in heteronuclear diatomic molecule the bond length is depends only the atomic radii of an atom but not exactly. ಅಂದ್ರೆ heteronuclear diatomic molecules ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಲೆಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮೋರ್ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು. Okay, so that is the bond length concepts in homonuclear diatomic molecule of an covalent atoms and heteronuclear diatomic molecules in a covalent atoms. Now in ionic compound, the bond length is same as that of the ionic radii of an atoms. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ionic atoms ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ionic compounds, for example take sodium chloride ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಇದು ionic compound ಆಯ್ತು. Here the sodium atomic radii, let's take this is sodium atom, the atomic radii is let's take X, and similarly take chlorine, its atomic radii is Y. So the sum of the atomic radii is nothing but bond length in ionic compounds. Okay, here the ionic radii doesn't changes, or the bond length doesn't changes in ionic compounds. Okay, so this is the bond length concept. The second bond parameter is bond angle. This bond angle is defined as the angle between two atoms in a molecule is called as bond angle. That is the angle between two bonds of atoms in a molecule is called bond angle. For example, observe the bond angle in water is 104.5 degree and the bond angle in ammonia between two atoms is 107 degree. Then the bond angle in methane CH4 is 109.5 degree. That is means we can also write 109 degree 28 minutes. Not exactly 5 degree means 30 minutes. That is 5 degree means 5 degree means 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Here also you can write 104 degree 30 minutes. 30 minutes. 5 degree means 30 minutes. Here 5 degree is equal to means 0.5 degree is equal to near equal to 30 minutes, so that we are writing like that. Okay, don't confuse, just remember in degrees only. So this is the example, the bond angle in a molecule. Now observe, but where we are observing the bond angle in a molecule. Let's take water molecule. The structure of water is oxygen and bond hydrogen, right? This is the water molecule structure. And you know the oxygen containing totally 6 electrons. Out of 6 valence electrons, 2 valence electrons are shared to make a bond with 2 hydrogen atoms. Still there is 2 pairs of lone pair electrons. It means totally 4 electrons. An oxygen atom. This is the Lewis dot structure or Lewis structure of water molecule, right? And I told you in last chapter, the repulsion between lone pair is greater than lone pair and bond pair, which is less than bond pair and bond pair. That is bond pair and bond pair. Okay, lone pair is greater than lone pair and bond pair, then bond pair. It means these lone pair electrons repulsion is high, so that the shape of the water molecule is bent shape, or we also called as V shape. See, this is like a V, reverse of V, and if we turn the molecule upside, you get exactly V shape. Now here the bond angle is 104.5 degree. That is between the bonds of two atoms. This one, from one bond of oxygen hydrogen and another bond of oxygen hydrogen. Between this angle we called as bond angle, that is 104.5 degree. Got it? Similarly, in ammonia, the structure of ammonia is like that. That is nitrogen, and here there is 5 electrons, 5 valential electrons. 2, 3, 4, 5 electrons. Okay, around nitrogen there is 5 electrons. Now it will make a bond with 3 hydrogen atoms to attain octet configuration. This is the structure of ammonia. Now observe here, there is lone pair electron. This is the repulsion, right? So these electrons are present in a orbitals like that. So here also there is orbitals. I am not writing. There is like orbitals. इधर orbitals इरुत्ते, orbitals ಅಲ್ಲಿ lone pair electrons इरुत्ते. So you confuse आइतंದ್ರೆ don't write these orbitals. Later I will explain what is mean by orbitals. So this is the structure of ammonia. Here the bond angle, this one, from one hydrogen to another hydrogen of ammonia means nitrogen. So here nitrogen one nitrogen and hydrogen madhye manta angle anta ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ bond angle anta. Here the bond angle in ammonia is how much? 107 degree. So here also there is 107, and again from this hydrogen to this hydrogen, this is like a pyramid, like that. 1, 2, 3 hydrogens, and here there is nitrogen, and that there is 2 lone pair electrons like that. So this is like pyramid. This is bent shape, and we also called as V shape. This is pyramid. This looking like a pyramid, so that we call pyramidal geometry or shape. So the pyramidal shape of ammonia. Now take the fourth one, methane. The structure of methane is see here the methane is carbon, 4 hydrogens are there around that. Here there is no lone pair electrons. Okay, on carbon there is no lone pair electrons because outermost valential electrons are 4 only. All 4 electrons are shared with neighboring atoms to make a bond. Now these four are distributed are arranged in equal distance around the carbon. It makes a bond with hydrogen atom. Similarly, this one hydrogen and this electron with hydrogen. Similarly, this one. Now this is called tetrahedral geometry. Tetrahedral shape. Now here the bond angle between this hydrogen and this hydrogen, or this hydrogen and this hydrogen. Between any two hydrogens, the bond angle is 109.5 degree. 109.5 degree. Remember, this is the bond angles of water, ammonia, and methane molecules. Okay, so here the bond angle is defined as the angle between two bonded atoms in a molecule. Between two bonded atoms in a molecule. This is called bond angle. Okay, I hope you understand, student, what is meant by bond angle. Then the third parameter. Is bond enthalpy. Enthalpy is nothing but a form of heat. Okay. Now bond enthalpy is defined as amount of energy required to break 1 mole of bond between two atoms in a gaseous state. It is called bond enthalpy. So remember, the bond enthalpy is defined as the amount of energy. Energy is nothing but a form of heat. Amount of energy required to break 1 mole of bond between two constituent atoms or two atoms in a gaseous state. Remember, only in gaseous state how much of energy is required to break bond between two atoms is called as bond enthalpy. This bond enthalpy is measured in kilojoules per mole. The SI unit, or it is measured in the unit kilojoules per mole. This is the SI unit to measure bond enthalpy, that is how much of energy, that is in kilojoules, required to break 1 mole of bonds between two atoms in a gaseous state is called as bond enthalpy. Now for example, the bond enthalpy in hydrogen molecule is 435.8 kilojoules per mole. This is the bond enthalpy required in a hydrogen molecule to break 1 mole. That is 435.8 kilojoules per mole. Observe here, there is hydrogen molecule, that is H bond H. To break this hydrogen bond, how much of energy it required? 435.8 kilojoules per mole. So this is in gaseous state. This hydrogen gas H2, after breaking, you get 1 hydrogen atom in gaseous state plus 1 more hydrogen atom in gaseous state. That is the liberation of heat. You know, enthalpy is indicated delta H. That is bond enthalpy. That is BE, bond enthalpy. How much? That is 435.8 kilojoules per mole. Okay. Similarly, now take next one, oxygen. The oxygen bond enthalpy is 498. Example, take one more, oxygen, O2 molecule. So here 498 kilojoules per mole. 498 kilojoules per mole. This amount of energy is required to break bond. You know, oxygen is divalent one. It is oxygen double bond O. So here diatomic molecule, there is 2 bonds between 2 atoms. Here the amount of energy is 498 kilojoules per mole. Observe, after cleaning the bonds between oxygen, get oxygen gaseous state plus oxygen gaseous state. Here delta H of bond enthalpy is equal to how much? 498 kilojoules per mole. Okay, got it? Now similarly observe if you take HCl molecule, HCl is in gaseous state. Now after dissociating, means after breaking the bond between hydrogen and chlorine, 431 kilojoules per mole of energy is required. This H is in gaseous state plus chlorine in gaseous state. Here delta H bond enthalpy is equal to how much? 431 kilojoules per mole. So this is the bond enthalpy concept. Okay. Here we have learned only 3 parameters. The fourth one will be studied in next class.